Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here. Welcome back to another FIFA 18 career mode video on the channel. Today we're bringing back the Future of Challenge series on this channel, and in today's video we're taking on the mighty Brazil national team. So if you guys end up enjoying the video, please smack the like button, subscribe for more FIFA 18 career mode content, and if this is your first Future of Challenge series video, here are the rules. So guys, the Future of Brazil Challenge objectives are: number 1, use the best available Wonder Kids in the starting 11, win the 2018 or 2022 World Cup or the 2019 Copa America, and number 3, most importantly, simulate all games until the final of any tournament. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Now that you guys are all caught up on the rules and objectives of the Future of Brazil Challenge, we get straight into selecting the national team from the national pool of Brazil, one of the biggest in world football. As you can see here, we are taking out the old players, the players that don't fit the challenge. We're bringing in some new wonder kids that some I didn't even know of, like this guy Malcolm, right wing. We're taking out some of the older keepers and putting in some new ones as well. However, we had some talent all across the field. However, the defense was one area that caused a bit of a problem in this decision-making process and the challenge. As you can see here, I'm going through some, to get some young defenders. However, there is a bit of a lack of young defending talents coming up in Brazil. So, in the first selection, we do pick, David Luiz, Miranda, Marcelo to fill the quota of players. However, in our second selection for the World Cup, we take them out and put in some new defending talents. But this is the bulk of the team in our first selection. This is pretty much who you're going to see in our World Cup selection. Our next selection is when we take out some older players like Douglas Costa. I didn't realize how old he was. I thought he was going to be much younger than he was, but he's 27, so we had to take him out, such as Miranda, David Luiz, Thiago Silva, Marcelo. We all took out because they're just old players that don't fit this challenge. As we come up to our World Cup draw, we get to face in Russia the Republic of Ireland, who qualified, China, who qualified. So very, very small teams in our first 2 games, which we should qualify in our first 2 games before we face the host, actually Russia, which we get put in Group A. Well, should be Group A, but the hosts aren't Russia in FIFA 18, it's some other country. So we get our second selection, so we take out Douglas Costa and put in Talisca there. We take out Luiz, and I think we put in Dalbert. We do take out Miranda and put in Wendell, of course. And yeah, we end up putting in Danilo, and we take out Marcelo for Gabriel Barbosa. And here are the groups for the World Cup. Our group: Brazil, of course, Russia, Ireland, and China. Group B are Belgium, Finland, Scotland, and Egypt. We move on to Group F: Germany, Greece, Canada, and the Ivory Coast. We move on. Group G: Spain, Sweden, Saudi Arabia, and South Africa. Group H are Argentina, England, Denmark, and Cameroon. And then we move on to Group A: Portugal, Netherlands, Wales, and Chile. A bit of a group of death there. We move on to Group B, consisting of France, Poland, Mexico, and Uruguay. And then Group C: Italy, Romania, Australia, and Colombia. And then, of course, Group D is our group, probably the easiest group we could have got. Ireland, China, the likes of Russia, which are the hosts in 2018. So we got very, very lucky with the groups. There's a lot of groups in there that are very, very dangerous. But we move on to our first group stage game of the World Cup in 2018 against Ireland. We are rocking a very, very strong team. Neymar, Gabriel Jesus, Malcolm, Fabinho, Oscar, Casemiro, Wendell, Jemison, and Marquinhos are the new centre-back partnership to replace David Luiz and Miranda, and Danilo right back, Edison in goal. And the young talent we put in, Wendell, got the goal there in the 32nd minute, as well as our striker Roberto Firmino coming on for Gabriel Jesus. Shane Long there gets a consolation goal in the 64th minute. As we move on to the 80th minute, Wendell got a yellow card, but it doesn't matter as we are victorious in our first ever game managing Brazil and the Future of Brazil Challenge. We get our first win against Ireland, but we move on to China. A very, very tricky game. They're not going to be an easy opponent to take down, as we put on the exact same team that we put out in the last game, and another young talent gets a goal. Malcolm, right winger, such a great talent from Bordeaux, as Hyung Bowen gets the second goal and the equaliser for China, as Feng gets a yellow card there. We're moving on into the second half. Oscar comes on for Casemiro. China do make a substitution there, but Malcolm gets his second in the 71st minute. However, we do face an equaliser from China from Wu Li, and we get an injury to Rafinha that is going to take him out of the tournament. 2-month injury, broken ankle. Bye-bye Rafinha. He's not going to be used in this challenge, well, in the rest of this World Cup, because he is out in our second game. So very, very bad news as we put him onto the bench. We do shuffle the team around a bit for our last game against Russia, as we're pretty much already qualified looking at our group. So we're going to put on a few players that, don't get starting opportunity. So we are going into this game against Russia very, very confident with our, second string team, resting a few players, as we know we're going into the round of 16. So Danilo comes on there, Fred and Casemiro at centre back, just to try something different. We have a lack of centre backs, but we go into this game with a very rotated squad. Dalbert at right back, Alexandra at left back, Talisca is getting his debut at the World Cup, Pereira as well from Manchester United, as well as Felipe Anderson from Lazio. So a very rotated squad. Let's see how they do against Russia, the host. Fred does get a yellow card in the 5th minute. However, the first half is a bit of a bore, but a lot of substitutions do happen at the start of the second half, and not much seems to be happening. But the debutant Talisca gets a goal in the 63rd minute against Russia here. Moving on into the 90th, that will be the winner, and we do go out of the group as the group leaders. We go into the round of 16. Very, very interesting ties are happening as Chile go through there against Uruguay. Italy get knocked out against Ireland. However, Belgium are taking on Greece. Spain are versing Denmark. Argentina are taking on Zlatan, Sweden. Germany, the former World Cup champions in 2014, taking on Finland. Of course, there's us against Colombia. And we are versing the winner of France versus the Netherlands. So, very, very interesting World Cup group, not group tie, the round of 16 tie there, as we face a very, very tough South American opponent. That is the team we're going in with. The team that I believe is our strongest starting 11 for the team. We come in against Colombia in the round of 16. We know we got a tough road ahead, but I reward Talisca with a start in this game as he scored in his debut. However, we're going in against a very strong side. Cuadrado, Rodriguez, Izquierdo, Falcao, as well as Neymar gets us a goal in the 20th minute. Our star man gets us the lead 1-0 against our South American rivals, Colombia. As we move on into the second half, Gabriel Jesus gets us a 58th minute goal to put us 2-0 ahead in this game, as we do some substitutions, but Felipe Anderson seals the deal, comes off the bench to score an 84th minute goal to knock out our South American rivals, Colombia. However, we go into our quarterfinal game against France here as they won against the Netherlands 2-0. We got a World Cup 2014 replay, Germany versus Argentina. We got Belgium knocking out Spain there as they move into the semi-final, and Ireland knock out Chile on penalties. So the one semi-final will be Ireland versus Belgium, and the second semi-final will be decided between us and Germany and Argentina. So very, very big game coming up against France. This can decide our World Cup fate in the quarterfinal of the 2018 World Cup. Moving with our strongest team, however, arguably our best player gets injured. However, in the next minute, Gabriel Jesus got us a goal. But we're going to see how bad that Neymar injury actually is, as Coutinho gets us a second in the 57th minute to get us a comfortable lead. 2-0 against France. They're a very strong team, can't do much, but Pogba gets a last minute, consolation goal for them in the 87th. But Neymar is out for 3 weeks, which means he will not be participating in the rest of this 2018 World Cup. We're going to go without our best player, Neymar, 92 rated, I believe, at the point of this save. And oh my gosh, what a blow to our team. But Coutinho will replace him there, a worthy replacement. But two of really good players of really, really decent quality are injured for us, Neymar and Rafinha. So our World Cup hopes are slightly going down the drain, but we come up against the former world champions Germany in the semi-final. We are putting out our best possible team without Rafinha and without Neymar. So we take on the likes of Muller, Ozil, Royce, Bellarabi, Weigl, Kroos, Smeltzer, Boateng, Hummels, Kimmich, Neuer. Pretty much the best German team they could put out versus our team. Felipe Anderson comes on in replacing Malcolm. Jesus comes off, Coutinho comes off. We're looking for a goal, and guess who it is? It's our impact sub off the bench. Felipe Anderson in the 83rd minute gives us a last minute World Cup final berth against Belgium. Oh my gosh, I did not expect that. I went absolutely crazy when this happened. But Felipe Anderson, he's been our man to come off the bench. He's gifted us 2 goals off the bench, and he's given us a World Cup final berth against Belgium. We could not be happier. We're without our best players, and we ended up reaching the World Cup final. This is the team we are going to put out for the World Cup final, which we are going to play. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it thus far, but we got a big World Cup final up against Belgium. Here is the team we are putting on, and those are the rest of the team, the injuries and all that. But we're going to the game against Belgium, a team which we versed in the World Cup final a lot. So let's get into the game and see what happens in the 2018 World Cup final. Alright guys, we go into this game against Belgium very confidently. However, we are very nervous considering we're missing some of our best players such as Neymar and Rafinha through injury, and knowing how good Belgium is as a team and what talent they have. But we make our way through with Coutinho, and Roberto Firmino gets a shot in there, but it's blocked from the Belgian defenders as Nainggolan makes his way through to Lukaku. He gives it off to Meunier as he finds some space, crosses it into the box, and Dries Mertens nearly puts Belgium in front there. Hits the post in point blank range as Edison gets a punch on the cross, and they cross it in again, but we defend it well. Marquinhos gets it out of there as Brazil on their way through. Roberto Firmino has another shot, and it goes straight to Courtois. However, Belgium still making their way through here with Carrasco, but we get that clear as Felipe Anderson comes on, gets it through, but stops his way in possession, and Belgium get a shot on there, but Edison is ready up for the task and saves it right in front of him as Gabriel Jesus tries to make something happen, shoots, and Courtois makes an absolutely great save there to deny Gabriel Jesus a World Cup final goal as Belgium make their way through here, and Meunier just misses that once ever so slightly, doesn't put it on target as Gabriel Jesus, he wants a goal, he gives it through to Roberto Firmino. Roberto Firmino thinks he's put Brazil 1-0 up in the World Cup final, 82nd minute. However, the goal was offside, and we do not break the deadlock in the 82nd minute. It was such a dull game, and then Roberto Firmino had that chance, but we end up getting a corner from this. One of our last attacks of the game, 86th minute. We have Coutinho putting it through in the corner. It comes out to Jemison, our centre back. The whole team is pushed up. He gives it to Fabinho. He gives it off to Marquinhos. He's making a little run here, further than he expected. He has a shot, and he puts Brazil 1-0 up in the 87th minute of the World Cup final against Belgium. No offside there. Marquinhos made a little run, got further than he expected, took a shot, and it went in. With another angle here, we can tell took a slight deflection. Courtois couldn't react quick enough, and through the most unlikely of sources, Marquinhos, the young PSG centre-back from Brazil, puts his team, puts his nation in the lead here as we do a little tactical foul with Felipe Anderson. Gets a red card, but we want to waste as much time as possible as we have this precious 1-goal lead here. But Belgium want a goal. They want to go to extra time. They want an equaliser, but Edison is equal to Lukaku's shots. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We win the 2018 World Cup final from the most boringest of games through our most unlikely source from a corner. Marquinhos gets us the goal to win the World Cup final against Belgium to help us lift the trophy. We do our little celebration here, but I'm not going to leave you guys with the celebration. We are going to lift the trophy. However, in the next year of this save, 2019, we got a Copa America to look forward to, which is one of the objectives that I want to achieve with this team, considering it's the first team from South America we have taken charge of. So we're going to go into the 2019 Copa America and looking forward to bringing in some more young youth talents through this selection, through this national selection, calling up as much young players as we can to the national team as we look to take out the older defenders that are losing a bit of their, overall, such as Marcelo's lost to. We're going to bring in some young defenders such as Alex Telles, Jemison, Dalbert, taking out David Luiz for Wendell. We put in Gabriel Barbosa there, pretty much the same from the World Cup, but we have Lucas included as well. Neymar is back from injury. We have Thiago Maia, a young up-and-coming CDM for Brazil. We put in Wendell as well, and Rafinha is back from injury. We take a look at our Copa America group, and we have Bolivia, Peru in the first two games, and a very, very heated match against Chile in the last group stage game. As we take a look at the groups, Group A is us, Brazil, Chile, Peru, and Bolivia. We move on to Group B, Argentina, Paraguay, Ecuador, and Mexico. We move on to Group C, the final group, Colombia, Uruguay, Venezuela, and the United States. So there's only 3 groups in the Copa America. So the first 2 go through automatically, but the best third place team goes through as well. So in our first game against Peru, we have our strongest starting 11, of course, including Roberto Firmino, Gabriel Jesus, Coutinho, Neymar, Casemiro, which we include as well, Malcolm, Alexandro, but it is Gabriel Jesus that gets us off to the perfect start against Peru in the 24th minute, gets us the first goal to break the deadlock as Felipe Anderson comes on, Jesus gets another goal, Lucas comes on for Neymar, and we are moving our way swiftly through this game. Carrillo gets them back a penalty. The Watford man, Andre Carrillo, gets a consolation goal for Peru in the end, making it 2-1 to us. 3 points in the bag in our first game as we move on to our second against Bolivia here. Putting out our strongest team again, Casemiro also making an appearance, Malcolm as well. So a very, very strong team coming up against Bolivia, a team which we should be beating no matter what team we put out. Gabriel Jesus gets his 3rd goal in 2 games. Such a quality player he's turning out to be. Vargas gets Bolivia an equalizer there in the 49th minute. However, we move through and Gabriel Jesus gets 2 braces in 2 games, 4 goals all around in 2 games, getting us the 2-1 victory against Bolivia. But we move on to the third and final game, our toughest game of the group stage yet. It is against Chile. Luckily, we won our first 2-1. Otherwise, this would be a very, very important game. But we are on top of the group with 6 points. Chile are coming at us, but Neymar in the 27th minute, our best player, gets a goal against Chile. However, Hernandez gets a goal at halftime to make it 1-1, but Neymar replies within 5 minutes and gets us a goal there in the 50th minute. As we move on to the latter stages of the game, nothing seems to be happening, and it is our 3rd consecutive 2-1 win in the group stages of the Copa America. As we can see there, the quarterfinals, we are up against Mexico, Chile are up against Uruguay, Venezuela up against Paraguay, and the USA are taking on Messi's Argentina. So very, very interesting games there. We did miss out on a few easier opponents, but it is the best opponents we got to take out in order to make it through and win this whole, challenge with the future of Brazil. As we move on to our quarterfinal against Mexico, we get off to a perfect start with Malcolm getting a 6-minute goal there. Gabriel Jesus adding a second in the 31st minute to send us into halftime 2-0 up, as Coutinho at the start of the second half gets us a 49th minute goal. He misses a penalty as well, so we could be 4-0 up at the moment, but we let Mexico off as Lucas comes on and gets a 4th for us. 4-0 against Mexico, one of our tougher opponents we've come up against. We've absolutely battered, but in the semi-final, we're up against Chile, Argentina versus Paraguay in the other game, so the winner of that will be versing in the final if we win against Chile. We already beat them in the group stages 2-1, so hopefully we can repeat that and achieve that again, as we come in with a very strong team here. Our team we've been rocking all tournament, as you know, Chile pretty much have the exact same team as well. As Coutinho gets us off to a great start in the 17th minute. Firmino as well. Two Liverpool Brazilians get us off to a great start, 2-0 up right before half time. Coutinho in the 17th, Roberto Firmino in the 25th, but Coutinho, another Liverpool player, gets us 3-0 up against Chile. He adds a second, he gets his hat-trick against Chile. He's a national hero who sends us into the Copa America final against Argentina. What a legend. The Liverpool man from Brazil sends us into a Copa America final berth, and we are up against Argentina, one of the best South American teams. So we're going to go ahead and play this, put out our best starting 11, and hopefully you guys will enjoy to see what goes down. We're rocking this formation, this very, very attacking formation. So let's see and go into this Copa America 2019 final.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
So guys, it has come down to this, the 2019 Copa America final against Argentina, one of the best South American teams in the world. And we are coming up with our strongest team to complete the challenge. But Gabriel Jesus gets in a bit of space here and he's unable to convert in the early minutes to get us an early lead. But however, we continue putting on the pressure and Gabriel Jesus has his second chance and he puts it away. No mistake this time. And he gets us off to the perfect 1-0 lead. A massive, massive goal for us Brazilians, as the future of Brazil is looking very bright in this game. However, Argentina are moving forward here with their squad and they hit the post there. We get very, very lucky trying to clear the ball, and we do so as Firmino puts through Neymar. He's got so much space here to take a shot. He touches it too far and his heavy touch lets him down, and we couldn't get 2-0 up in here, as I was confident Neymar would have scored that, but his touch let him down as Kun Aguero doesn't make a mistake there, gets into a bit of space and expertly finishes that. A clinical finisher, Kun Aguero, gets Argentina level in the 30th minute. However, we continue to move on here. Roberto Firmino puts through his Liverpool teammate Coutinho, and the two Liverpool Brazilians combine in order to get the future of Brazil 2-1 up against Argentina in the Copa America final. This is a very, very high scoring game as of yet. We're yet to reach halftime. Complete polar opposite to the World Cup. However, a poor clearance from Jemison. He rebounded off him. Aguero got a pass away and Dybala was there to finish it. As you can see there, a touch, and then Aguero got the pass off to Dybala, an empty net, and Edison didn't see that coming. However, Roberto Firmino intercepts in the second half. He gets his way through the whole team and he blazes it over the bar. A perfect chance to get us 3-2 up, as Argentina's Kun Aguero gets a shot there, but we make some substitutions here as we're going to take off Coutinho, our goal scorer, and put on the super sub Felipe Anderson. We're going to put on Lucas for Malcolm there, and our third and final substitution, Gabriel Barbosa, coming on for Firmino, as Argentina keep attacking us with Pastore on the ball. He puts through Aguero for his second goal of the game, and he gets it. He puts Argentina 3-2 up in the 83rd minute, and our Copa America winning hopes are slowly diminishing here, as Kun Aguero is having the game of his life in the Copa America 2019 final here against us, the future of Brazil. Argentina get a free kick, but we successfully clear that. Gabriel Jesus gives the ball off to Lucas. He's in plenty of space to run. He's got the energy to run past players. We just put him on. He cuts back. The PSG man successfully slots that past Rulli, the Argentinian keeper, and gets us an equalizer in the 90th minute. The man filled with pace from PSG, just like Marquinhos, gets us a last minute goal here in the Copa America 2019 final, and it's 3-3 going into extra time. In the 91st minute, Argentina are looking to put the game to bed as we made it 3-3. They thought they'd won it, but Aguero gets his hat-trick for Argentina in the 92nd minute of extra time, and we go 4-3 down here in the final. And Aguero has just had a game of his life as Argentina had a corner. Felipe Anderson, another man who can run past players, he's got the energy to. He puts the ball through to Lucas, the speedy Gonzalez of this team. He's running, he cuts back, he's waiting for cavalry to arrive, and Gabriel Barbosa is there to convert, making it 4-4. 8 goals in 97 minutes of play. This is absolutely unbelievable. As we reach the 112th minute here, we're moving on to a counter-attack. Argentina retired, but our new forwards are filled with energy and pace as Felipe Anderson waits for the right time to put someone through. He cuts back and passes it off to Neymar. He's there, and Neymar puts us 5-4 in front, and we get our 5th goal of the game. Neymar, our best player, he missed out on the World Cup finals, and he's there to score the 5th goal to make it 5-4 against Argentina. He slots that calmly past Rulli there as we get another chance, but it doesn't matter, and Neymar gets us the victory there with the 5-4, putting us 5-4 up in the final. What a game! 9 goals in this final. One of the best finals I've played in this Future of Challenge series, and it is the future of Brazil, who achieve world domination, getting the 2018 World Cup. They win in extra time the 2019 Copa America, not on penalties, but through extra time. 4-3 down, coming up to win 5-4. What a game it's been, and what a challenge it's been. If you've made it this far, smash the like button for more Future of Challenge videos. Subscribe for more FIFA 18 career mode content, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.